Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. In today's stream I'm going to be working on continuing to assemble the Dark Eldar, or the Start Collecting Dark Eldar set that I picked up recently. So far I've assembled the Cabalite Warriors and today I'm going to be working on the Reavers, and just going to take a look at there's a couple of different options in there for the Reaver setup. So I want to take a look and see. So these are the Cabalite Warriors that you see on the screen right now. Just going to put them off to the side. Make some room. Hey Jabil, how's it going? It's time to assemble these jet bikes, Reavers. I'm just trying to figure out, because there was a there's a couple of variants for the riders, but there was another one, Reaver Jet Bike 2. Yeah, there's this Arena Champion. Trying to figure out what is the actual difference between. Nope, these are from the Start Collecting Dark Eldar. Where did I put the box? This set here. It's one of the Start Collecting sets. So those 3 jet bikes right there. That's what I'm building. But there's this one guy here, it's an Arena Champion. But it says if you choose to construct the Arena Champion, you will only have remaining parts to build 2 rider variants. What in the heck does that mean? What is the difference? They look identical. I don't really get it. Try to figure out what is the difference. I guess it's this one or this one, number 3 or number 4. A, B looks the same, C looks a little bit different, but similar. And then D Yeah, it's like I'm trying to figure out what is the difference here. I can see this piece here is a little bit different. It looks like it's got like some skulls in the back. Let's see, where is that piece? I don't even see it. Oh, here, this one. It's got like skulls on the back. Okay, but how would that piece make it any different than so you only have we'll only have remaining parts to build 2 rider variants. I don't understand what they mean by that. It's so confusing. It's like it says Rider Variant 1 and 2, and really the only difference between them is the hair on the back. This guy's got like hair blowing in the wind, and this one just has like a mask. And then here, Rider 1, same thing. Regular mask and hair, and then so that's for those 2. So hair, no hair, hair, no hair, hair, no hair. So I'm assuming they give you 3 with hair, 3 without hair for the heads, and this one is champion has hair. I think that's probably what they're talking about. So what they're saying is there's one with hair here. This is the regular one. There's one with hair, one regular, one with hair, one regular. Okay, I see what they're saying. Hey, Super Banana Power. How's it going? Yeah, that's what they mean. They're basically just saying if you use this guy's head here with the hair, then you're not going to be able to use hair on. But you will be, because they give you one for this one and for this one, so I don't get it. That is so confusing. Well, whatever. I don't care. I'm still gonna build it that way anyway. I'm not worried about it. It's funny too, because they have all the numbers. The sprue's numbered, but there's no numbers in the actual manual for anything. So it's like, what's the point of putting the numbers on the sprues? Oh well, whatever. And then you say like A. Okay. No, whatever. I'm just gonna build it. Don't overthink it.
In your heart I'm left behind, like a shadow in the dark. ready to unwind. Someone please help me now to ease all the pain inside. 'Cause I'm going alone when the love is gone, to a place I belong, where it feels like home. And when the feeling's lost and the roads are crossed, I could only be here, where it feels like home.
You taking a break from streaming tonight, Javier? Maybe.
In your heart I'm left behind, like a shadow in the dark, ready to unwind. Someone please help me now to ease all the pain inside.
For tomorrow's stream, you mean, or for something else?
We walk the long road. So hear me out, got something on my mind. It's time to reload.
Oh, for tomorrow morning.
'Cause I'm going alone when the love is
Yeah, I was considering
to a place I belong, where it feels like
taking a break from streaming tonight, but
when the feeling's lost,
because I wanted to work a little bit on my actual stream, like get some more,
where it feels like home.
getting like some more songs for my playlist. Because I just got like the first, I don't know, batch of maybe 30 songs or so to test with. And then
We walk the long road.
I was gonna go back and get more, but
So hear me out, got something on my
oh,
mind.
this is interesting.
It's time to reload. 'Cause I'm going alone when the love is gone, to a place I belong,
So they have like,
where it feels like home.
huh,
And when the feeling's
they give you a bunch of different front plates you can put on it. That's kind of cool.
where it feels like home.
So yeah, I was saying I was gonna just figure out maybe some new, well, not necessarily just new, but adding more music to my list, stuff like that. That's kind of cool. So that goes in there like that. And then this goes how? Oh, like that. Dude, that's so cool. Like that. Yeah. That's so cool. I like this. I have to say I'm really impressed with this kit so far. All the models have so much detail. Almost reminds me of Malifaux. They kind of have, they seem to have like almost just a little bit more detail than the rest of the factions, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm not sure if these are new sculpts or if or if Dark Eldar have always just had more detail like this. Do you have one of these sculpting tools? Sorry, not sculpting tools. Whatever this thing is called, the mold line remover thing. I really like this thing. It works really well compared to using a hobby knife. Yeah, I never used to notice them either until watching these streamers talk about it and see them cleaning them up. It's like, it's weird. It's like they're invisible until you notice them, and once you notice them, you can't unnotice them. It's like, oh, why are those there? I need to get rid of those. You can still remove them and just paint again a little bit, just fix up those areas. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Hey there, Teeny the Turtle. Which army are you starting? Hey, Mort75, how's it going? Well, one of the secrets to assembling is looking through the instructions a few times and trying to decipher and trying to figure out what in the world are they talking about. And what I like to do is I always like to dry fit every piece. I like to dry fit every piece, like, you know, these pieces before I glue it. I kind of, you know, fit it in, see what it looks like, make sure it's sitting right, clean up any mold lines, things like that. One thing you might want to look into is Games Workshop. Some of their sets that they make are more suited towards beginners, and they actually simplify the assembly process. Like, for example, like if you look at a Space Marine like this, normally in a normal box, these legs will be one piece, the torso will be either one or two pieces, the backpack will be one piece, each arm will be one piece, the gun will be one piece, the head will be one piece, and the two shoulder pads will be one piece each. So you're looking at about, like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 to 12 pieces just to put together this little Space Marine. But some of the easier sets, like the, for example, Dark Vengeance, or Start Collecting, sorry, not Start Collecting, the Dark Vengeance set, and they have this other box, I forgot what it's called, and it'll be basically like the entire Space Marine will be like 3 pieces. It'll be like the torso and the legs will be all one piece, and then you just like attach another piece, and maybe the head will be separate or something. So instead of like 12 pieces, it's only 3 pieces. They're not 100% as detailed as the standard Space Marines, as an example, and you can't like swap out shoulders because they're all attached. But if you're having challenges assembling, then you might want to look at those. If you wanted to get into like Games Workshop, Warhammer, that kind of stuff. If you want to start out with Reaper minis, then that's cool too. I don't know how easy or hard those are to put together. I've never put any of those together before. But the other cool thing too is if you can find a Games Workshop store near your area, they can actually teach you and show you how to do it. A lot of those stores have really helpful staff working there, and they're very friendly towards brand new people. The one I'm referring to is called Dark Vengeance. Yeah, I'll show you a link for it. That's just one. They have a few that are for beginners. I'm not sure if they still sell that. Well, why am I set to Hey, Pest Jerk, how's it going? Here, so that's the Dark Vengeance set. That's like that's 2 starter armies, Dark Angels and Chaos. But they also have like these other smaller sets, like I'll show you. Like the second one I linked there, it's just that one only has like 3 Space Marines or whatever. But if you click on that link and you look on the bottom right underneath the Add to Cart button, like you see how there's like different pictures that they show, you'll be able to actually see the sprues there. And if you click on the sprues, you'll see that like there's very few pieces. It's like the entire body's one piece, the 2 arms are individual pieces, and then the base. That's it. Yeah, Dark Vengeance is awesome. I bought a set for and split it with my nephew. It's a great set at a great price, and you can find it for cheaper than on. You can definitely find it for cheaper than what I showed you there on GW's website. Yeah, you can either do that, or you can, like, if you have the time for such things, you could buy the set and you can sell the other half on eBay. People do that all the time. Like, some people just want the chaos, so they just throw the Dark Angels on eBay for sale. And then some people just want the Dark Angel, so they throw the chaos on sale. But the reason I mentioned that set is because I actually built those with my nephew, and they were super easy to build compared to the regular Space Marines. Because they make them out of, like, a smaller number of pieces. You don't get as many options, like you can't change their shoulder pads, but if you're just getting started, you're not going to be doing that anyways, so okay, so do I want this one or this one? I'm kind of thinking this one looks better. Yeah, and if you do have, like I said, if you do have a game store in close to you, whether it's an actual Games Workshop store or any other hobby store, I would go in and see if they can help you out, because I don't know how the stores are in your area, but in my area, I've never walked into a store that didn't have awesome people working there. They're all super friendly, and they usually don't mind helping out beginners, especially like the people who work at the store or store owners, because the truth is that beginners are the people who actually spend the most money. Because if they have somebody who's been collecting Warhammer for like 20 years, people like that, they don't buy as much as new people. A new person comes in, they get addicted to the hobby, and for the next like year, they're spending money every week because it's so addicting, until they build up an army, and then they kind of slow down. So I wouldn't be afraid. One little tip for me, I found I use this glue instead of the typical glue that they kind of sell at the store. If you live in the States, this will be called Loctite. It's a gel. It's a super glue, but it's a gel one. It's the exact same thing, except in the States the brand is Loctite. In Canada, LePage got the contract or something to sell it, but it's the exact same glue. Like the bottle looks exactly the same. The reason I like it is because when you squeeze the sides, the gel comes out on the tip, but if you kind of let go, it'll kind of pull it back in. So it's really easy to control how much you put on the thing. Whereas the other types of glue you get at the game store, like I find that they work on gravity where you like tip over and then it pours out. But it's almost like nothing comes out, then you kind of go a little bit too far, and all of a sudden, you know, you're pouring way too much glue, and it's all runny, and it's going down your hands, and you're gluing your hands to the thing. I don't know, I don't like it. I really prefer this gel stuff. It's a few dollars more, but well worth it for the amount of frustration it saves you. Okay, so the next piece is what looks like the exhaust here. So what are you up to today, Pest Jerk? Oh, you're grabbing dinner? Hey, Valor Steel, how's it going? These are Dark Eldar I'm actually building. No Death Watch on this stream yet. Oh nice, game board, eh? For, what is it for? 40k or? Yeah, I picked up the I picked up Death Mask as well. I have it in the other room. So I will eventually be building that out as well. It was just too good of a deal to pass up. Five-man Vanguard, 5-man Death Guard, Rhino, Dread, and a Chaplain. Very nice. Is this from the new stuff that just came out? That ship that they have looks so cool. Yeah, Dark Vengeance gives you 2 armies, Timmy the Turtle. Now, if you're buying it like off of eBay or something, then you have to be careful because they might only be selling half the box or whatever. But if you're buying it like from a gaming store and it's the whole set, then yeah, you get 2 armies. A Dark Angel Space Marine starter army and the Chaos ones. Well, you gotta start somewhere, right? Maybe just start with a few paints. Like what I did for my nephew, I just bought, I got him that set. And then, I mean, we primed them black, so you need a primer. And then for, let's say, the Dark Angels, there's only like green, white, you know, maybe 2 other colors that you need. And you can pick up, like, these colors are like, whatever, $3 to $4 each. So you only need like 3 or 4 or 5 colors. It's not like you need every single color. You only really need the colors that the army is. You know, like for example, here's a Space Marine. Here's my this is a Blood Angels one. And I mean, I have a whole bunch of colors, but really if you look at this guy, I painted him a few years back. I mean, there's really only red, white, and silver here. A little bit of orange on this scarring here, but I mean, you could just as easily, you know, black, white, red, and you're set, right? So it's not like you need a lot of colors. It's not like you need 50 or 100 different colors. You just go pick up the colors you need for your army and start with that. Work your way up. A friend of mine, what he does is he just picked up, I think, like 4 or 5 colors to start painting his Tau, whatever colors he wanted. And then every time he goes to the gaming store to check out what's new, he just buys 1 new paint. So he just buys like literally one of these. It's like $3 or $4 or whatever. So he'll go check out what's new. If you buy something, he buys something. But every time he goes to the store, he just buys 1 paint and adds to his collection. Yeah, you don't need the shades. Just do basic colors. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, Lord Wedge, how's it going? Yep, that's exactly it. You can always improve the models later. Start with the basic colors. The other thing too, like I said, I don't know where you live and if there's any GW stores close to you, but if there is a Games Workshop store close to you, at one of the ones that when I first started, I would go to the gaming store and they would always tell me that, hey, we do like painting night on Thursday night. If you bring your minis, we can teach you how to paint them. And they actually provided the paint as well, so you basically literally just buy some minis there, whatever. Bring your paintbrush, and then they teach you how to paint, and then you can use their paints while you're there. So that's another option if you're on a tight budget and don't have all the paints yet. So I'm just working on some dark Eldar. Ballard Steel's working on Deathwatch. What are you up to today, Lord Wedge? Jabil, I think, is lurking somewhere. He's working on his stream setup, I believe. Just improving some things, getting a microphone set up. Or upgrading his microphone, I should say.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep.
Let's check it out. Ooh, nice. Chaos. Yeah, I think I've seen this on, I think you may have shared this on Kenny's stream, right? Because I think I've seen that one earlier. It looks really good. Hey, Sous Chef, how's it going? The Lucid Soup, thanks for follow. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I was watching your stream for a bit there, Sous Chef. You were working on the whip, I saw. I was in total lurk mode as I was working on my Kickstarter stuff. I didn't want to start chatting because if I do, I get distracted from my Kickstarter and then I end up being in a conversation for 3 hours. Oh, okay. Yeah, then it must have been a Micho's stream that I saw it. Click through on it. It looks good. Quite lewd. Man, these Dark Eldar are awesome, man. Like, I just love these things. Everything's sharp and spiky and knifey and ninja. It's awesome. Cool, man. That's all good. No worries. I'm just having fun assembling Dark Eldar. And admiring the awesomeness that Games Workshop designed with these. We were just giving Timmy the Turtle some beginner tips for oh, I don't have my light on here. What am I thinking? There you go. We're giving some tips for getting started with our hobby. Picking up some models that are a little bit easier to build than the standard ones. Now I get to choose a rider variant. So they give you two different ways I can build these guys. Except that the two different ways look exactly the same except for... I think it's just the hair that's the difference. But I'm not gonna overthink it, just gonna start clipping parts and see where we get. Genuine Vision, afternoon. How's it going? Yeah, you need a... you need like a spinning top thing. If you spin it and it keeps spinning forever, then you know this is not real. Yeah, if you roll 21 on a d20, then something's wrong. And you know it's time to wake up. Something like that. So what are you up to today, Genuine Vision? Seems like everybody's working on some sort of building some kind of models or trying to decide which models to buy next. Alright, now the question is, did they make these models only fit one way? I think so. Some of the models you can kind of assemble the legs or the arms in various positions, or slight variations, and that makes it hard to kind of figure out how you're supposed to glue them unless you like attach them to the vehicle. Excuse me. Yeah, that's kind of why I took a break from painting orcs as well. I did, I've got about 27 orc boys, about 95% finished, and 20 of them are 100% finished. Sorry, I should say 28 orc boys. 2 have mysteriously gone missing. And then I was like, okay, I gotta take a break from this orkiness. Well, they'll respond tomorrow. They're not going to respond in the middle of the night, I don't think, unless your store is hardcore. But most of them, I think, open up around 8 or 9 in the morning. Oops! Come on, get in there. But yeah, if you don't respond, one thing I'll tell you in this hobby I've discovered with all these stores is that they usually open up in the morning, and then they start whatever they usually get some shipments in. They start unboxing boxes, putting stuff on the shelves, and sometimes getting to their email is the last thing on their mind. So if you really want to get at it real quick, I'd pick up the phone and call them. Because some of the places, they just don't have the time to answer emails until like halfway through the day or at the end of the day or whatever. So you pick up the phone, call them and say, hey, I'm brand new to the hobby, and I'm just wondering if you guys have any beginner sets. If I came in, would you be able to help me out? Oh wow, every day you rotate, eh? I guess that keeps things interesting. I've been working on these Eldar for the last few days, but I'm actually really enjoying it. Because they're all new models, I've never built any of these before. So it's kind of new and exciting. Oh, okay, cool. Well, hopefully they get back to you super fast. But yeah, if you don't hear back from them, pick up the phone and call them. Usually the best way to get through to these stores. Now this dude looks like he's doing squats. I should do a conversion on him and put like a little barbell on top. Yeah, I got that I got that death mask set as well for the Harleys. Such a good deal. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's gonna look awesome. Now the question is, do the arms have the same feature? Looks like they do.
But when it comes to her, you better keep it sealed. Don't you dare say a single word, or I will strike you where it feels.
Hey Timmy, once you get through and you go to the store, pick up your starter set, whatever it is. Take a picture and pop by on the next stream and share it with us. I'd love to see what you end up picking up. Okay, now this is where we get a little bit tricky because we have to use this as a guide. I'm gluing these. Yeah, something like that. That'll work. Man, I'm excited for you. It's always exciting to go to the store and pick up some new starter set. The cool thing too is what I really like about this our hobby is that I mean, I've started so many different hobbies in so many different industries doing all kinds of stuff, and a lot of hobbies and stuff are not really that fond of beginners. Like, they kind of have a little bit of a elitist type of attitude. where they just kind of expect you to already be to know what you're doing and know what you're talking about, otherwise they kind of ignore you or whatever. But with tabletop gaming, it's like everyone is so welcoming, from what I've experienced anyway. Everybody wants to help everybody out. People are supportive. People at the stores are like very helpful. It's a very beginner friendly environment, from my experience anyways. Okay, now we're getting into the stage where things are getting a little bit more complex, because I have to hold this and this. So basically I need to grow a third arm. There, so it'll be like that. But you know what? I wouldn't worry about that, because even if you get into this hobby, build a few models, paint a few of the models, maybe even, you know, play a few games, whether with your friends or at the store or something. But if you even if you kind of get bored of it, or you just, it turns out it's not up your alley, it's no big deal. You're still better off than not trying at all, right? Like, you're still gonna learn something. Nothing else, maybe meet some people, make some friends. A lot of people have this like fear of starting things, and it's a specialist mentality that our society is programmed with, where it's like if you start something and then you play with it for a little bit, a few months or a couple weeks or a few months or maybe even a year or something, and then you decide to move on, people kind of make fun of you, like, oh, you quit that thing or whatever. But you know what? It's like, I've done that all my life, and there's so many things I learned that I apply to other things. And if I was afraid to start new things, then I wouldn't have learned any of that stuff, right? Like, I don't know. I don't worry about that anymore. If something excites me, I kind of look at it like it's a signal that I should do it. I'm excited about something, it's a passion, it's like, okay, let me try this out, and I'll try it out. Worst case scenario, you buy some models, you build them, you have some fun, and then if you get bored of it, you can throw them on eBay or Craigslist or whatever and sell them. At least you had some fun. Hey, Night Orc, how's it going? Okay, so I think this might be one of the last final pieces. So there is this little visor thingy. What do they call this? Targeter. So this targeter, I guess they say you can cut it down to a smaller size. I'm doing well. Just having fun building some dark Eldar. I have to pause every time I say dark because I'm so used to saying dark angels. It's like I keep wanting to say dark angels. My first time building any dark Eldar, so it's all new to me. Yep. And the beautiful thing too with this hobby is that you can kind of scale it up slowly. Like some hobbies, you either have to like have all the money up front, or there's no point even doing it. With this one, you can kind of go slowly. You know, like I said, buddy of mine, he buys one vial of paint every time he goes to the game store. So it's like you have to kind of some hobbies you just have to have the money up front, otherwise it's almost pointless to get into it. But with this one, it's you can kind of just slowly work your way up. What is that? Are those Kadar? What am I looking at here? What am I looking at? Orcs. Oh, that's not orcs. Those are chaos. It looks like War Machine in the back. Are those Kadar? Kadar, Dark Angels, and Chaos. Nice. Yeah, the other benefit I like about this hobby is you can kind of like start, put it down, pick it back up whenever you can. Like let's say if you get busy with school, let's say, you can just put it aside for a couple weeks or a month or whatever and pick it back up. But some hobbies let's say you got into playing sports or something, or join a bowling league, or I don't know, whatever, you pretty much have to commit and you have to stick to a schedule, otherwise it just doesn't work. And the other thing too is that this is not seasonal. Like you can paint little miniatures pretty much all year long, whereas with some hobbies they only, you know, you can only do them in the summer or only in the winter or whatever. Or maybe they're like dependent on other people. Like playing on a team or something, you're kind of dependent on other people playing as well. Like, for example, I picked up a while back, I picked up like a really nice off-road RC truck during one summer, and I played with it once or twice, and then I ended up getting busy with some work stuff, and then pretty soon it was like October and it was raining outside every other day, so I couldn't really play with it anymore, so it just kind of sat there until the next spring. But with this stuff, it's like you can pretty much do it anytime. It's not dependent on weather or even time of day. It's a really quiet hobby too, so you can do it at night, like without waking up people. Hey, Robot Crash. How goes it? What are you up to today? Yep, you definitely went all in. Lord Wedge is like, go big or go home. You go to the store and the guy asks you, "Hi, what are you looking for?" And you're like, all the things. Give me all the things. No, not dollars, points. Brush priming, like airbrush or actual brush. These things are like crazy. All these spiky parts. Okay, so it looks like this one is done. I just need to figure out how do they Yeah, I'd pick an army based on what you think looks good to you, not based on what somebody tells you is the best army in the game right now, because rules change all the time, and you'll have more fun if you pick an army that you think looks good. Yep, I agree. Go for something that you like. I think either the look of the army has to speak to you, or the lore. Like if you read a little bit about a specific army, who they are, what they're about, and that really gets you excited, then I wouldn't go like on a forum. I wouldn't go in a forum and ask, oh, what's the best army for Warhammer 40k? Because they'll probably tell you what the best one is that's doing well in the tournaments right now, but again, tomorrow that might not be the case. But even if it is, like Lord Wedge was just saying, you might win games, but you might not even, you probably won't even win games, because you'll probably never even get to the point where you have an army built and painted, because if you don't like what you're building and painting, then who cares if they're good in battle? You'll never even get to the battle part. Okay, so it looks like they want you to permanently attach these. So we'll see, maybe I'll magnetize it or something. But for now, I'm gonna drill a little hole and pin it. Yeah, usually when you start painting, you start to inspire people around you to paint as well. Ooh, yeah. Rastafarian Orc Speed Freaks Army, dreadlocks and hat with green stuff. Awesome, man. I mean, when you get some when you get them to a point where you can get some pictures done, I'd love to take a look. Night Orc, check them out. I don't need this, do this this long. Chop it in half.
Shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. You got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel.
This Dark Eldar. This Dark Eldar dude is about to, he's not gonna be happy with me. Because I have to drill a hole. Pretty much in his crotch. Because I don't want it to... Think of any other way I can do it. That's the only part that's hidden. No, they're into, I think they're into inflicting pain. I don't know if they're into someone else inflicting it on them, especially a human. This just feels wrong, but I have to do it. Oh man. I don't want to do it. Will you be able to see it? Can't tell. Probably not. Probably not. Oh man, this Dark Eldar. Is not gonna be happy with me. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna be painting them separate. That's why I'm doing this. I'm getting all of my I'm getting all of my Eldar mounted on these pins and stuff so I can paint them. It's the first time I'm actually doing that. I almost always just assemble my models all together, but then I'm always like unable to get into certain areas and spots. So with these Dark Eldar, I decided to try something different and mount them separate. Like paint the bases separate, paint the miniature separate. But when I made that decision, I did not realize, I thought I was going to be able to go on their legs, but for this guy, you'd be able to see that, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, I didn't realize that I'm going to be doing this kind of thing. This poor guy. Sous Chef, you can go ahead if you want, man. Based on what I just did to this guy, I think I kind of deserve it. I will permit you to make a lewd comment without putting you in the corner for 10 minutes. Oh no. Not Broken Colony. If he comes in here and sees this, it'll be the end of my streaming career. He'll have a field day with this. I pretty much was. I was drilling him in the star. That's exactly it. Oh man. And the thing is, I have 2 more to I have 2 more of these to assemble, so I'll be doing that again. Oh man. But it will look nicer than if I glued him in there. I also haven't decided. I might try airbrushing a little bit. That's why I'm kind of assembling these with the option of being able to not putting them all together, so that I can potentially airbrush or get into areas that I normally can't get into when I assemble everything together. Because I normally do this. See, what I normally do is I just put the models together like this orc, and I just don't care. I'm like, whatever. And that's fine. I still have to clean out the mold lines of this guy, but the challenge I run into then is, you know, trying to paint underneath there, right? That's kind of hard. Getting in underneath, painting that. So it's like this balance. Do you spend the time to paint everything separately, or do you just whatever, get it all done? Same with Space Marines. Usually when I put them together, it's like, do you glue the arms or do you keep them separate? Because if you glue the arms, it's harder to get into the back area there, like where the eagle is, or the chest crest thing. It's hard to get in there and paint that without getting it on the gun. But if the arms weren't there, it wouldn't be that hard. So you can do that separately, but then I don't know. If it's for tabletop quality, I'm not sure if it really makes it that much of a difference. Heartbeat. I don't think Eldar would sue. They'll just haunt me. I'll leave this guy here. So one is done. I have to say these reavers are cool looking. Yeah, I know what you mean, Lord Wedge. The thing is, I have so many armies right now that are put together that I don't really. It doesn't bother me that these guys will be only half put together. Alright, so now that I've done one of them, I think the second one will be much faster. As I pretty much know what I'm doing, I think, kind of. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I hear ya. That's what I've been doing up until now. This is the first time ever that I'm actually building my models the way that I'm building, where I'm building them up in assembling majority of the parts, but leaving a few parts off if I think it's gonna help me paint and get into areas that I wouldn't be able to otherwise. And also mounting them on the corks for painting. Oh, the other reason is because I want to design some bases for them. Some laser cut bases that I want to do. So I didn't want to glue them to the bases, as I want to get the designs for those done first. So I was like, I'm going to be designing bases for them anyways. I know what some people do is they just they glue them to the base first, just to whatever extra bases they have, and then they paint them, and then once they're finished they rip them off the base and then make a new base and then glue them onto that one. But I kind of figured if I'm doing that, I might as well just put them on the cork thingies. Now, I think I'm gonna go for this one. Super glue to base and slap on thick paints for thicker armor. Win-win. Yeah, that's what I did with these guys. This is the texture paints from GW. Ooh, Astra Militarum starter box. Here, got me you're getting the start collecting one. That's awesome, man. Astra Militarum and Tyranids are like the only two armies that I have not started yet. So I'm a little bit jealous. Enjoy your trip. Have fun at the store. Make sure you buy all the things. And then come back and tell us about all the things that you bought. Yeah, the texture paints are pretty good. To be honest, though, I kind of like, for me personally, I find that like this one I just use the standard glue and sand technique, and I kind of like the way that this one turned out better than the texture paints. But I guess it depends what look you're going for. They definitely kind of make it easier because it's just one thing you put on. But I think for future ones, I'm just gonna stick with the sand and glue technique. It's so easy. I've done it so many times. Just find it pretty easy too. I actually find it faster and easier than putting on the texture paint, to be honest. Cool, man. Alright, Herpete, have fun at the store. I think I'll be making a trip to my local store today as well. Well, by today I mean like it's 2 in the morning here right now. So like after I go to sleep and wake up, and then tomorrow evening, well, today evening, let's just say in about 15-16 hours. Cork and crackle paste. Oh yeah, that stuff you got at Michael's that you were showing on your stream that one time. LMAC9, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And which part of the world are you joining us from, LMAC? My 2 top guesses are Australia or UK. Yeah, I kind of like how I did the this is once again just sand and glue. I think it turned out pretty decent. Such a simple technique. Haha, I guessed it. It's not really hard to guess though, because at this time of the night, most of my viewers are either from Australia or the UK. Lord Wedge. Lord Wedge. Lord Wedge. I have a feeling that you... I don't know, I'm gonna guess UK as well. Am I right? Or are you in the US and staying up super late? Oh, dude, I was way off. Saskatchewan, Canada. So you're like, where's Saskatchewan? How many time zones is that? You're probably, I would guess, 2 hours ahead of me? Is it like 4 in the morning there, or 3 in the morning? I think Saskatchewan's like 2 hours ahead, right? Okay, I think that's all the pieces I need for now. Any Swedish people? There are Swedish people that come onto the stream quite often, actually, but I don't know if any of them are online right this second. Oh, really? You're only 1 hour ahead? How strange. Do you guys change your time when for daylight savings, or do you keep it the same all year long? Ah, okay, so that's what it is. Yeah, so basically for half a year you guys are like 2 hours ahead, and the other half you guys are 1 hour ahead. Meaning you guys stay the same, but we change your time zone back 1 hour, or forward 1 hour, whichever way you want to look at it. So we're either 2 or 3 hours apart, because we change our thing to daylight savings. If it was up to me, we wouldn't. I don't understand what is the point of it, but time zones are confusing. No, really? What's his name? Maybe he's my doppelganger. Dude, tell me what his name is. I'm gonna follow him and check out his stream tomorrow or something. Maybe you found my doppelganger. One cheesy mofo. That's his name. All right, I'm following this dude. Alright, he has been followed. I'm gonna check him out tomorrow. Or maybe after the stream I'll pop by his VODs and see. Night Orcs from UK. Lucid Soup is saying that time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. It only exists because we all pretend to, or we all agree to pretend that it exists. And then we invent these weird things called time zones. And just for shits and giggles, we switch them around. A couple times a year. Just when your body gets used to sleeping, a certain sleeping pattern. It's like, hey, let's change the time. Let's make it 1 hour earlier. And it's like, what? Next level painting. Thanks for the host. What in the world are you still doing up? Uh-oh. Kenny's in the house. Yo dogs coming up. So my wife, you started your stream today and you were showing the tree dude, the tree lord. My wife's just started she painted her second tree, or her third miniature for ever in her life the other day. And I told her, oh, come check out Kenny's stream, because he's painting Sylvaneth dudes. She saw your tree lord and she's like, she was watching that little video you showed in the beginning, and after like a couple minutes she's like, I quit painting. I'm like, come on, don't quit. You'll get better. It's like, dude's been pro painting for like 100 years. He was trained by the Shaolin monks in ancient Chinese techniques. But yeah, that tree lord just looks amazing, man. Jaznich. Yo. Oh yeah, I know. It's you're showing all of us how to do it, but it's kind of like my old martial arts instructor. He would show us a technique and he would make it look all easy, and you'd be like, oh yeah, just do this. We're like, okay, cool. And then we go to try it and we're like, what the heck? How did he do that? It just takes, you gotta practice. You gotta learn, practice, learn, and then do it. And then learn some more and do it. Make mistakes. Run into problems, run into mistakes, go back, rewatch the videos. Figure out what the other people are doing to fix that issue, and then yeah, that chaos dude looks good. Oh man, that's funny. I totally 100% believe that. Oh man, you did 4 billion reps with the 4 billion reps with a airbrush or a paintbrush.
In your heart, I'm left behind, like a shadow in the dark, ready to unwind. Someone please help me now to ease all the pain inside. You and me, never supposed to be. We walk the long
Yeah, sous chef is just him and his
so hear me.
dry airbrushing or whatever it's called.
Time to reload. 'Cause I'm going alone when the love is gone, to a place I belong, where it feels like home. And when the feeling's lost, all the roads are crossed, I could only be here, where it feels like home.
It's like I was on what was it, Slow Fuse? Somebody asked him again about dry brushing, and he was saying that he doesn't use it that often. He uses it for certain things, but he doesn't use it that often. And then I was just thinking about sous chef. It's like
So hear me out, 'cause
it's all I do, man. Dry brush everything.
Cause I'm going alone when the love is gone, to a place I belong, where it feels like home. And when the feeling's lost, all the roads are crossed, I could only be here, where it feels like home.
But it's really good because it just shows you that there is no real right or wrong. I mean, what you're doing with dry brushing, I've never seen anybody do that with dry brushing, like to do the whole model like that. Or models, I should say. Like that beetle, come on, man. Alright, Kenny, thanks for popping by, man. I gotta add that to my list of things to do on the stream, is add a hype thing. I totally forgot about that. All I have is this. You alright, girl? My dog just knocked over the rest of this box and scared the crap out of herself. What happened? You scare yourself? Alright. Yeah, she likes to sleep under, like when I'm streaming, she just loves to be in this room with me. And a lot of times she'll go underneath my, this table that I'm streaming, and she'll just sleep there. But I made the mistake of putting the box in her path when she was getting out. Yep. Do you guys see? Do you see the cat in the background there too? Hang on, let me move this down a bit. Right where my thumb is. I can't really turn. You see her in the doorway? Hold on, I'll magnify it. This one, no. No, no. Oh, can you guys hear it? Is there sound now? I might have had it. I might have had the microphone muted in the other scene. Just let me know if there's sound now. Yeah, sorry, I forgot that it's that scene. I switched scenes in OBS and I probably had the microphone muted in that scene. But I was just pointing to the cat, that's all. Yeah, we raise our cats and dogs together, and we teach them both to get along so they don't fight. It takes a little bit of patience and a bit of training, but they can absolutely, dogs and cats can absolutely be trained to get along. It's a bit stressful at first, but sometimes our dogs and cats will just like sleep right next to each other. Like the dogs will be sleeping on their bed and then the cat will just walk in and go lie right next to them. So what kind of dog do you have, Timmy the turtle? German short hair pointer. I gotta Google what that looks like. Oh, okay. Those are like hunting dogs though, right? Like they're bred to they're bred for hunting, aren't they? Yeah, I just mean like as far as them getting along with cats. That would probably take a bit of training. It's like we have our 2 dogs are retrievers, and same thing. I mean, the new puppy that we got, he's it took a while for us to get him trained to be around the cats. He would be actually totally fine, like he wouldn't attack or anything like that if the cats were there, but if he kind of approached, because he's so big compared to them, and if the cat kind of got scared and would run, then he would chase, and that's the problem, because retrievers, they'll chase, right? Like that's just it's their DNA, right? Like it's their genetics take over, so you have to kind of like train them not to give chase when the animal runs. Dogs are awesome though. Cats are hardcore though, man. Like Winnie, the one that you guys saw earlier, from day one she wasn't afraid of either of our dogs. She'll just stand there. Like, she's so tiny compared to the dogs, but she's like completely fearless. She's not afraid of them at all. And that scares the dogs, because they like walk up to it and they expect the cat to be afraid, and she'll just be like, what? And then they kind of stand back like, okay, this little thing is not afraid of me. So what does this cat know that I don't know? Is it like a ninja or something? All right. Black Morty, hello, how's it going? Which part of the world are you joining us from? My two guesses for today are Australia or UK. Am I close? Yeah, dogs are awesome. They bring so much joy to your life. Ooh, Italy. I don't think that I've ever had a viewer from Italy yet. At least not one that has told me that they're from Italy. Like maybe somebody tuned in lurk mode and didn't join in on the chat. And I don't know if you've been on the channel before, but I think this is the first time I've heard Italy. That's cool, man. What's going on in Italy? We're just hanging out here and I'm building out my Dark Eldar Reaver jet bikes. All right, thanks for tuning in. Genuine Vision. Catch you on the next stream. 30 Celsius, that's pretty good. 30 is still kind of bearable. A little warm, but still bearable. It's when you start getting into like 35s in some places in the world, and it starts to get, especially if it's humid, it just becomes like yuck. It's been pretty hot here too, but it actually just started to cool down in the last few days. Oh, totally. Dogs are like totally psychic. They can read your energy. They know when you're feeling down, they'll come and help you out. They can help to balance your energy out. Dogs are amazing creatures. It's like, I have a feeling that if dogs didn't exist on this planet, with all the stress that wouldn't have been relieved, we probably would have like blown up ourselves up or something. World War III. These dogs are like amazing. Amazing animals. I live in Canada, in Vancouver. It's pretty. It's been about 25 to 30 degrees here too for the last, I don't know, month or so. But in the last 2 or 3 days, it cooled down. Like it really cooled down. Which is kind of nice to have a little bit of a break from all the heat. Your girlfriend loves Vancouver? Well, hey, my wife loves Italy, so. Guess that's kind of cool. Alright, so we got 2 of these jet bikes assembled. Oh, now for the rider. And then we have to do the thing that we shall not speak of to the rider. So are you into like tabletop gaming and Warhammer and stuff like that, Black Morty? Oh nice, salamanders. That's cool. Is Infinity big there? From Corvus Belli, Infinity the game? Is that a popular game in Italy? That's cool. So you got a few people to play with.
I hear thunder, I hear lightning, I hear wonders, and everybody wanna go, but no one really cares to know. I see marvels, I see titans, and some troubles that everybody has to face, that no one really can erase, and they hide away from me.
So we've got like Australia, UK, Saskatchewan, Vancouver, people from all over the world joining on, Ontario. So cool how Twitch is like international.
When you worry, I worry. It's no hurry, 'cause we got all the time we need. If we're in love, then we'll succeed. I heard laughter, I heard music. I thought, baby, there's no way we could ever lose it. There's no way we could ever break or bruise it.
All right, enjoy your pasta. See you next time. Thanks for popping by.
Let's make a run together. I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever. I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide.
Okay, so now to glue these arms on, I have to put her on the bike and make sure that first I gotta clean up this mold line because that does not look good. Same with this one.
Let's make a run together. I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever. I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide.
Hey, Big Roser, how's it going? We're just hanging out and assembling some Dark Eldar Reaver jet bikes. What are you up to today? Fix up this other arm here. Oh, nice. Well, here's my advice. Do it. Run to the store, get yourself a Dark Eldar set, and do it. Because these suckers are awesome. I've been thinking about starting a Dark Eldar army for years. But it's just like, I don't know, I've got so many armies started. But then when these start collecting sets came out, and they came out the one for Dark Eldar, I'm like, oh, come on, this is such a good deal. And so I finally decided to do it, and I'm so glad I did, because these miniatures are fun to build, and I think they're going to be fun to paint as well. They're really neat. I mean, they're space ninjas. How can you go wrong with space ninjas? Are you thinking of starting with the start collecting Dark Eldar set? Or do you have something else in mind? production shutting down for the day, and I go home for today with full pay. That's awesome, Blue Swede. Oh yeah, the Green Goblin dudes. I definitely have to pick some up. I might actually go to the store. I'm going to the store today. Well, today, like later on today, like 16 hours from now today. And if they have those, I'm going to pick some up actually. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot about those. Alright, so... to glue her head on, like so. Are you stopping at the game store first, Blue Swede? Because if you just got paid, I mean, you can't just go home. You gotta stop at the game store. Walk in and buy all the things. Like, these models are just amazing. Look how cool that looks. Already, not even painted. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Everyone has like 3 years of backlog. Still go to the store and buy more. Alright, everybody, close your eyes. Don't look at what I'm doing now, because this is just plain wrong. But I have to do it. And that squeaking noise is not the Eldar. It's my drill thingy. It needs a little bit of WD-40. Oh, you want a knight? Have you seen the Renegades box? Because here in Canada, the knights are, if you're talking about the same knight I'm thinking of, like this, whatever they're called, Imperial Knights or whatever. Here in Canada, in Canadian, one knight is about 188 bucks Canadian, but the Renegades box I picked up for 209, so for like 20 bucks more, you get 2 of them, which is like an amazing deal. And then there's also some terrain inside. It's almost like getting a second night for free if you get the Renegade box. Because there's no point spending 100 whatever. I mean, the currency is going to be different in your country, but there's no point spending the equivalent of 188 bucks Canadian for one, when for like, 10% more you get 2. Right? Even if you only want one, just get the Renegade box, take the one that you want, and then take the other one and throw it up on eBay and sell it for whatever, right? It'll reduce the price you paid for the first one. And there's some extra scenery in that set, and there is rules or whatever for making the thing a chaos knight, which I thought was pretty cool. I picked up the set. I haven't opened it yet, but I picked it up because it's like, how can you not? And they're selling out too. Like, I don't think they're available on GW website anymore, if I'm not mistaken.